Hello. If you are live with me right now, will you check in and let me know if you can hear me and tell me where you're from? Test, test, test. If you have come on and you are with me right now, will you let me know if you can hear me? So I'm not for sure. It's hard to do YouTube live because until I hear from somebody, I'm not for sure if I should be talking too much, just because I'm not for sure if the microphone's working. If you get a chance, let me know that you can hear me and let me know where you're coming from. And we will be getting started in about 5 minutes. If you're here early, you can set up your mat like this. I want you to be facing the screen the entire time that we flow today. So your mat will be facing the long ways and we'll go from in to out facing forward. Okay? So if you want to go ahead and set up your mat while we wait for class to start, that'd be great. Another thing is I love today's playlist. I love every week's playlist, but I really love today's playlist. So we're going to, if you love music and are okay with moving to music today, why don't you get the playlist started as well. Just pull it up and ready to go, and we'll push play together when we get started. I am checking in with the Yoga Download support team to make sure that we're a go. Okay, so we're a go. Thank you, Keith. Great. Now I feel much better about kind of talking to the crowd as I go along. If you're just joining us, you can go ahead and get your studio set up. I love to have the mat the long way. have you facing forward the whole time. Okay, I was just reading a message from the yoga download team. They said to kill some time. We will be getting started in a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and wait for more people to join us, and I'll be back in a few moments. All right, a big hello to everyone that is here with me right now. I'm going to do a couple of adjustments to my camera before we get started. If you haven't set up your studio yet, this is how I would like you to place your mat out in front of your screen. Hopefully everyone can hear me still. Hopefully everyone is ready for an awesome class. I'm coming to you from my garage studio in Denver, Colorado. This is where I do all the filming for my online studio, my Zoom studio in here. Before the virus, I used to do classes in here. I love this studio. So welcome to my studio. I'm excited. This is week 3 of this 4-week series we've been doing, the Work the Wobble. I'm hoping my microphone works. If you've been with me for the last couple weeks, then you've learned a lot of new movements, some weird looking movements. Yes, awesome. Thank you, Yoga Download. You've learned a lot today. I just wanted to come to you. Last week we had some technical problems. That's the wobble in real life. That's what I talk about working the wobble on the yoga mat in the practice, in the movement practice, because when we learn it in movement, we learn how to handle it in life. And when the wobble comes up in life, that's been my biggest practice, is how can I work the wobble outside of the studio. Well, the only way I've learned how to do that is by putting myself into chaotic movements and chaotic poses and flows, and learn to stabilize and work the wobble. And as soon as I started to think about that wobble on the mat, I started to think about that wobble off the mat. And that is truly what we're here for. But for week 3, I want to just kind of take everything we've done for the last couple weeks and just put it in a flow. I would love for you to play the playlist with me during the class. I would love to start it together. So I'm just going to kind of kill a few moments and have you get the playlist pulled up. It's Yoga Download Week 3. And then I'm going to push play in 3, 2, 1. All right. So we're just going to go with the flow today. And at any time during this flow, if you begin to wobble, I don't want you to avoid the wobble. I want you to be in the wobble. Allow it to happen. And then allow your body to work the wobble, engaging muscles that you just don't even know how to engage unless that wobble hits you, okay? Take your AgeDEFY stance. Interlace your fingers like this. Take your feet not too close, so it's not underneath the hips. They're not together. They're a little bit wider than your hips, a little bit wider of a stance, giving us freedom to move in any direction. Good. Put your toes down on the ground. Press down through the toes. Tighten the muscles in the legs. Screw the feet into the ground. Pull the heels towards one another. Feel your toes trying to draw away from each other. So it's like you're always moving in opposites in my class. So when the heels are pulling in, these are my feet. I'm going to screw my feet into the ground. Nice. Now hug your inner thighs. Tighten the muscles in your legs. Draw the sit bones together as you zip up from the pelvic floor to the navel, opening up the front of your hips. Draw the belly in. Lift the center of the chest. Lengthen your collarbones. Put your arms out into A pose. Stay right here. Breathe. Good. A pose. Now from here, lift all 10 toes and lift your arms into T. Good. Now lower your toes. Lift your arms into Y. Look up with your eyes. Stretch the entire front line of your body. Good. And then slowly push your arms back to your sides. Bend your knees softly. Suck in your belly. Roll your shoulders forward and in. Suck in your chest. Look at the ground with your eyes. Spread your shoulder blades. Now from here, draw your shoulders up by your ears. Lifting from the center of your chest, pull your shoulders back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Open up your front line. And then bring it back to the center, that space between the wu-wei. Come back into A position. Lift all 10 toes. Shift your body weight back. Lift your arms out into T. Yes. Lower your toes. Shift your body weight forward. Reach to the corners of your room. Lift into a Y. Look up with your eyes. Good. And then slowly bring the arms down. Soften your knees. Suck in your belly. Roll your shoulders forward and in. Suck in your chest. Spread your shoulder blades, round your spine. Now slowly push down through your feet. Lift your shoulders. Draw your shoulders back, engage your back, open up your chest. Come back to your center, the space between. Okay, we're going to do that again. Go into an A, toes down, legs strong, arms out. Lift all 10 toes, shift back into your heels, lift your arms out into a T position. Lower your toes, lift up to the corners of your room, reach up, lift and lengthen. Good, now push it down, and as you shift your way back, soften your knees, suck in your belly, roll your shoulders forward, a full scapular rotation, moving your mid-spine. Good, come back to the center, space between, good, and then shake your hips side to side, let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, space between. Now from the pelvic floor, right underneath the navel, I want you to zip up. Good. Now, same thing, unzip. Keep your legs straight and strong. Zip. Good. Unzip. So if you're new to my practice, you breathe as you breathe in my flows. And what we're doing is we're doing movement therapy in motion. This is an AgeDEFY practice. It's for injured and aging movers such as myself. All of these movements, keep zipping, keep unzipping, all these movements are movements that I have done to help myself be an active and healthy, aging and injured mover. Here we go. Just so you guys know, my recycling is being picked up right now. So if you hear a big loud noise, that's what it is. Just stay with me. Unzip and zip. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see it. My legs are strong. There's this tiny movement in my pelvis. Unzip and zip. Unzip and zip. Work the wobble, right? I didn't plan for this to happen. This isn't ideal, but it's okay. We keep moving. We keep going. Let's go. Work the wobble. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to find the space between. The space between. So not too much zip, not too much unzip. The space between, it's that ooh way. Start to feel your abs tighten. Lift the center of your chest. Lengthen your collarbones. As you come into A position, start to lift your heels off the ground. Adding chaos to our A so that we have to work the wobble. Maybe you are going in and out of it like this. That's okay. Be in it for a moment. Work the wobble. Use your big toes. Now lower your heels. Lift all 10 toes. Lift your arms to T. Good. Lower your toes. Lift your heels just 1 inch off the ground. Just hover them off the ground as you lift your arms into Y. Use your big toes. Use your abs. Work the wobble. So good. Slow. Come down with the heels, down with the arms. Go into that full scapular rotation. Nice. Come back to the space between. Perfect. Come into A. This time it's called Releve. You're going to stand on the ball of each foot. You should be able to wiggle your toes on the ground. Keep the heels lifting as high as they can, but stand on the ball of each foot. Work the wobble. You may be moving all over the place. Try to use your big toes. Work the wobble. We learn it in movement to live it in life. Lower your heels. Lift all 10 toes. T. Yes, lower your toes. Lift your heels. Releve as you reach into Y. Good. Slow release, heels to the ground, arms down, go into a full scapular rotation. Perfect. Come to the space between. Take this shoulder. Go internal rotation. Go external rotation. Back into position. Do it 4 more times. 4, 3, 2, hold 1. This shoulder. Internal rotation. External rotation. Back into that A position. 4 times. 4, 3, 2, hold 1. We're going to add to that. Internal rotation. Good. Use your abs right here. So zip up. And it creates space for you to come into the center. Internal rotation. Take this hand. Gently take your shoulder and pull it towards the midline of your body. Don't let your hips move. Good. Now release the shoulder. Pull the elbow forward to the screen. Now lift it to the sky and open up the center of your front body. So good. Now suck in and push down. Nice. Now you're going to come around, roll this shoulder out, roll this shoulder in, zip up. What I do is I don't teach alignment. I teach puzzle pieces. movement puzzle pieces. Internal rotation of the shoulder. Gently guide yourself into this. You should feel a big opening right here. Now take your elbow, bend it, slide it up the screen in front of you. Now pull it to the sky and open this line of energy right here. So good. Suck in as you reach down. Keep the chest sucked in. Make a swing to the other side and then pull. Good. Put all the movement puzzle pieces together and begin to flow. So it's movement therapy in motion. Good. I want you to feel all parts of you today. Find areas of you you haven't worked into for a long time. That's what today's flow is about. Let's do it. Here we go. 4, my pace or slower. Let's go. 3, chase the feel good. Come on. 2, last one. Come center and hold. Soften your knees, suck in your belly. Do a full scapular rotation. Yes, come to the space between, move your hips. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to the space between, bend both knees. Now unzip your whole body. Butt up, chest down. Good, I'm going to turn to the side. You guys stay facing forward. Turn to the side just so you can see it. We move in opposites. The shins go forward. The butt goes up, the chest goes down, the butt goes back, the chest goes forward. Interlace your fingers. Lift all 10 toes, that pada bandha. Feel the tripod energy of each foot. Pressing down through the big toe mound, the pinky toe mound, the center of each heel. Lift your toes. Pull your butt back. Let's pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Good. Lower your toes to the ground. Press down through the toes. Come up slow. Zip up. Lift your chest. Lengthen your collarbones. Releve A. Work the wobble. Yes. Go back into the heels. Lift the toes. Lift up into T. Pause here. Both shoulders. Start there. Internal rotation. Now spiral the bones in the arms into the elbows. Turn the elbows. Now the forearms. Now turn the wrists. Now thumbs are back. There's movement puzzle pieces to everything. Start in the shoulders. External rotation, back to neutral. To the elbow, to the wrist, to the thumbs. Put your mind in your body. Feel your shoulder blades coming together. Engage the muscles. Harden the abs. Good. Tighten the butt. Do karate chops to the back wall. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold 1. Shoulders, elbows, wrists, and thumbs. Internal rotation. Suck in your belly. Soften your knees. From the upper back of each arm, I want you to begin to pulse. Let's go. Look at the ground with your eyes without moving your head. Stay with it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold 1. Suck in your chest so much. Bend your knees more. Suck in your belly until the backs of your hands come to touch. Right here, full scapular rotation. Back to your center. Yes, shake your hips. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come center. Go back into that hip hinge. Good. Come up. Releve A. Hit your mark. Work the wobble. Go back into the hip hinge. Let's go. Releve A. Use your big toes. Good. So AgeDEFY. It's a combination of cardio, strength training, flexibility, mobility. We're going after suppleness and fluidity. That's what we're working for. 8. I call it a move young, live young program. Let's go. Stay with it. Hit your mark. A. Go low. You have 2 more. 1 more. Hip hinge, hold. Nice. Now, we're going to learn how moving our feet, how we can move our body. Shift over to this side. Good. Now, from here, go low, center. Shift to this side. Go low, center. Shift to this side. Go low, center. Shift. Come back, center. Pause. Stand up. Shake out your legs. Go back, hip hinge. Pause. Lift your toes on this side. Turn the toes towards the corner of your mat. Pull the hip around. Good. You're not going to slam your knee back to straighten your leg. Instead, pull this hip back. and move your chest forward. Yeah, we have to move weird. Let this front knee go forward. Use your big toe. Good. Now, start to turn the toes in. Bend the knee. Move this hip. Shift to the side. Lift your toes. Turn your toes. Good. Now, don't slam your knee back. Instead, pull this hip. Yeah, you should feel a total new stretch. Chase the feel good. Find the feel good. Work the wobble. Move your feet. Turn your toes in. Now bend your knee. Lower into your center. Stand up. Shake it out. Whew, that's my version of strength training and hip therapy. Let's try it in a flow. Here we go. Go back into a hip hinge. Good. Okay, so I like to drop my arms. Keep strong in your core. Get out of your way. Lift your toes. Move it around. Go into it. Come back. Nice. Lift your toes. Move your feet. Move your body. If this is your first time doing this, you have to just kind of explore it and have fun. I call it new movement, new results. Good. One more each side. Move your feet. Move your body. Good. Come back to your center. Hold. Come into Releve A. Work the wobble. Go into T. Hold. Good. Internal rotation. Suck in your belly. Suck in your chest. Let's go. Pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. 1. Good. Now full external rotation. Shoulders all the way back. Look up with your eyes. Palms touch overhead. Over the chest. Good. Now flip your palms open and push the walls aside. Push, push, push. Good. Go into a full scapular rotation. Go into a hip hinge. Hold. Let's pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. 1. Come up into a stand. Yes. Okay. So now, if you're like me and you're on carpet or something like that, you don't really need your mat. If you're not like me, then keep your mat for sure. I'm just going to open my mat so that I don't have to worry about exactly where I'm going the whole time. I want it to be a flow. Whatever you're comfortable with, please. Walk your feet out wide. I call this a warrior stance. Good. Hands on your hips. Push down through your big toes. Shift your entire body forward. Zip up. Lift your chest. Good. So we learned how to move our feet to move our body, right? So I want you to do the same thing. Move your feet. So lift your toes. Turn your toes out. Spin the heel out. As the toes go down, that's when you bend this knee. Good. Keep looking forward at the screen as I am. Start to bounce. Good. Here's 8. We're preparing the hip for it to hold us in this warrior position. Let's go. Here's 4, 3, 2, hold 1. One more check-in. Spin this hip in ever so slightly, and as this hip goes in, the heel goes out. Now you have this room, especially in the hips, especially someone like my hips. You're going to pull this hip back. This hip's going to come in, and it's just going to create space for your chest to kind of come at this angle. And then you put your elbow on your knee and see how deep you can get into a lunge. This is how I got my deep lunges back after my hip replacements. Good. Now from here, I'm going to pull back from the hips, come up, lift your toes, turn the toes just like we learned before, turn it back to center. Now move your feet, move your body. Lift your front toes, turn them at an angle. As they lower to the ground, bend the knee. Yes, now do nothing but prepare this hip. Start to bounce. I'm pushing down through the heel, the center of the heel. Let's go. Good. So if you're anything like me, you don't have to have hip replacements to be like me. If your just hips don't have the mobility that you wish you had, prepare them. Let them work for you. Put them into the position. Okay, ready? Take this hip, spin it in. Take the heel back more. That frees this hip to kind of breathe. Pull this hip back. That allows us to go deep like that hinge. Put the arm down. Yes. And then work your deep lunge. Make it feel good. Good. Now I pull the hips back. Now I push down through the heel and lift the toes. Turn the toes in. Turn the knee and the hip forward. Good. Arms out. Breathe. Bring your arms down, and as you do, lift your heels and turn your heels in and bend your knees. Plie. Let's pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold 1. You straighten your legs, zip up. Push down through your heels. Turn your toes, knees, and hips forward. Heels in, toes out, bend. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold 1. Zip. Push down through your heels. Turn your toes forward. Turn the knees and the hips forward. This is how I can do what I can do with my hip stories. If you have a story like mine, take it one movement puzzle piece at a time. Use the big toe. Bend the knee. Spiral the hips. Keep your gaze at me. Push down through the foot. Lift into the hip. Lift into the chest. Lengthen the collarbones. Bend this knee. Turn the pelvis. Turn the rib cage. Keep the gaze. Push down through your foot. Lift up into the hip. Pull up into the chest. Lengthen the collarbones. Now just don't move the hips. Just internally and externally rotate the shoulders like I'm doing. Internal, external, internal, external. Make it soft. Good. Add this to the spiral. 8, 7, chase the feel good. 6, let's go. 5, 4, keep your eyes forward. 3, 2, 1, come center, releve A. Work the wobble. Good. Go back into a T. Internal rotation, soften the knees, engage your abs. Let's pulse, let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold 1. A full external rotation. Lift the chest, turn the palms, reach all the way up. Palms touch, look at your thumbs. Flip your palms and push the walls aside. This shoulder, internal rotation. Good. Bend the elbow, open. Come back and around. Come around, internal. Bend the elbow, open. Let's do this 8 times. Let's go. 8, 7, 6. Everything we do is in preparation for what is coming next. We're going to build the flow choreography. Get ready. 1 more each side. Pause. Good. Bend your knees. Full scapular rotation. Come to your center. Yes. Pause. Walk it out slow. See how I'm doing? I'm kind of moving out into this wide stance. Hands on your hips. Have fun. Move your feet. Move your body. Do all the movement puzzle pieces that I've already taken you through. Lower the toes, bend the knee. Spin the hip in. Let's go. Let's bounce it. Remember kind of that freedom in motion? So yeah, the legs are strong, but the spine is free to move. 4, 3. We're creating space for movement. Let's go. 2. Now hold 1. Good. Pull the armpit towards the knee. Good. Drop this elbow to this knee. Take this shoulder. It's called an internal rotation drop. Ooh, that should feel so good on your hip. Right here, my right hip, that's my newest hip replacement. It feels so good. It's strong and it's stretching. Make it feel good to you. Touch the ground. Look to the side wall. Don't look at me. Reach forward. Now reach up. Now look at me and reach the opposite arm high. Turn your chin to your shoulder. It's called a glide. So good. Ready? Look at me. Bend the elbow. Lift the toes. Turn. Move your feet. Move your body. Lift the toes. Position the hips. Bend the knee and let's go. Bounce it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold 1. We move in opposites. This goes back. This goes here. Armpit goes this way. Good. Put the arm down. Take this shoulder. You know it. Internal rotation. It's like a drop, right? Look at the ground. Touch the ground. Look at the sidewall, not at me. Reach to the sidewall. Now reach to the sky. Now look at me. Reach back and down. Reach forward and up, pause. Chin to shoulder, look up. It's called a glide. Nice. Now look at me again. Bend. Lift the toes. Turn. Yes. Bring your arms out. Good. Bring them down, heels in, toes out. Plie. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold 1. Zip up. Push down through your heels. Turn your toes in. Yep. Heels in, toes out. Plie. Let's go. 8, 7. Use your big toes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold 1. Zip. Push down through your heels. Bring your toes in. Yep. Side to side. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find the space between oué. Zip it up. Hold on to it. Here we go. Releve A. Go into T. Go into internal, external flow. 8, 7, 6. Move your spine. 5. Come on. 4, 3, 2. Hold it. 1. Reach your palms high. Bring them to touch. Flip your palms. Push the walls aside. Okay, we're going to start here. We're going to do a full side bend flow now. You're going to bring it all the way around. Pull the elbow up. Now put the forearm on the top of your head and come center. Pull the elbow out and down. Already coming around here. Pull the elbow up. Put the forearm on the head. Lift from the chest. Pull the elbow out. We're already side bending and coming. So it's, I don't know how to explain kind of the difference between inhale, exhale, do this, do that, compared to what I'm doing. What I want you to do is breathe as you breathe. And if you have the music, I want you to move with the music, the feeling of the music. And I want you to move in ways that you haven't felt before. And put all the puzzle pieces together. Internal, pull, lift, side bend. 4. Weight in the toes. 3. Use your abs. 2. 1. Hold. Breathe. Go into your hip hinge. Yes. Back with the butt. Good. Go over into this position. Straighten this leg. Bend this knee. So we've already done this. We just didn't straighten the leg. I call it the smile. You're making a smile with your body. You're drawing a smile with your body. A big smile. So let's go. 8, 7, butt back. 6, create space for the movement. 5, 4, move young, live young. 3, 2, 1, come center, get low. How low can you go? Come back to your center. Spiral. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come center. Go slow, walk it out how you would like. I like to make a lot of different movements as I make my way out. Just like I like to make a lot of different movements as I make my way in. It's important for my hips. All right, so from here, feel your hips. Put your hands on your hips. Zip up from the pelvic floor and lengthen this line right here. Lengthen it. Good. Now tighten the muscles in your legs. You want to be strong and soft, and that's what Defy Flow choreography is about. Let's move into that choreography. Move your feet, move your body. Start there. Lower the toes, bend your knee. Pull the armpit, spin the heel, get low. Internal drop. Come up into a glide. Good. Let's do 4 more of those. Internal drop. Come up into a glide. Yup. Internal drop. Come up into a glide. 1 more time. Pause. Start to push through the heel, lift the toe. Move your feet, move your body. Spin yourself around. Position yourself, lift the toes. Bend the knee, get low. Internal rotation. Make any adjustments you need. I had to slide that back foot out more. You got to find your own space. Let's go. Put all the puzzle pieces together. Yep. Come on. One more time. Good. From the foot. Bring it in. So good. Heels in, toes out. Plie. Zip. Toes in. Heels in, toes out. Plie. Zip. Bring it in. Reach it all the way out and up. Backs of your hands touch. Push the walls aside. Go into that side bend flow. Here's 8. Let's go. Make it feel good for you. 7. There's no rules. You just have to find your way. Find your way into the feel good. Let's go. 2 more. Big movements. Move your spine. Pause. Bend your knees. Hip hinge. Shift over here into that big smile. Pause. Now push down and lift into the hip. Don't lift this leg. I just want you to stand on one leg. Standing on one leg is definitely working the wobble. Let yourself wobble. Just let yourself be here. Breathe. Good. Now bend this knee until the ground touches your big toe. Good. Now bend this knee and drag the big toe into the ankle. Now slide the big toe up to the inner knee. Use your abs. Okay? I'm gonna turn to the side just so you can see me. This is what I look like. Okay? Now put the leg over. Good. Butt back. It's not eagle yoga. It's eagle AgeDEFY. Butt back. Butt up. Chest down like hip hinge. Stay there. You got to get out of the way so that your inner thighs can start to hug. Look at this foot. Instead of me bringing the foot to the ankle, I'm going to take my mind to my body, and my upper inner thighs are going to push into each other as hard as possible. And that's how the foot comes in. Work the wobble. Interlace your fingers. Stay with it. Hold it. Good. Unravel. Put the toe to the ground. Nice. Take a lateral motion. Step out. Get down into that low smile. I know it's strength training. Come up. Good. Just work the wobble. Stand on one leg. Stand on one foot. So if this is your first couple of times with me, this practice burns. It itches. It's hard. It's a lot of therapy work. It's stuff that I've done to give me my life back after having 2 hip replacements. Less than a year old. This is what I've done. So let it burn a little bit. Go into that hinge. Wait for the ground to touch your big toe. Now, bend the knee and slide it. Hit your center. Pause. Stay bent here. Bring the toe to your inner knee. So good. Now wrap this leg over. So you're going to feel this hip go out. This knee come in. Ooh, work the wobble. See, I didn't freak out. I just worked the wobble. Now I can continue. Use your big toe. If you fall out, get back in. It's the only way you're going to learn how to work the wobble. I mean, I didn't start out like this. I couldn't even do this when I was a yoga teacher. Barely. And now I can do it because of all this different things that I'm doing for my hips. Butt up, chest down, butt back. Get out of your way. Now squeeze your inner thighs to come into your center. Now just let the movement work its magic. Hold it. Work the wobble. Good. Slowly come out. Step. Lateral. Go down into that big smile. Come up. Woo! Curl your toes under. Turn the hip. Curl the toes out. Turn the hip. Curl the toes under. Turn the hip. Bring it out. Open the hip. Internal. External. Curl the toes under. Stretch. No, never do we do one move without it inspiring more movement. Yep. Stretch out the tops of your feet. Stretch out the tops of your toes. Pull and lengthen on the psoas. I call this a movement massage. Make it feel like a massage. Yes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come center. Good. Take it out wide. Take it out wide. Good. I want to make sure that's not the yoga download, people. Come back into your warrior stance. Remember that spiral with the feet together? You're going to do the same thing. Good. Keep your gaze forward. Only bend and twist as your body allows. Find out today what you're able to do, and then find it within that you want more of it, right? You want to be able to move in all these ways, in all these directions. Come back to the center, hold. Move your feet, move your body. Go back to the flow. Let's go. Nice. Go slow. Hold your glide. Perfect. Breathe. Good. Now from here, go back into that low position. Lift the arm. Come down. Reach. Glide. Hold it. I just want you to get to know it. I want you to feel it. Good. One more time. Pull it. Flow into it. And you're going to hold it again. Feel it. Make adjustments while you're in it. Nice. Good. Now hug your upper arm. Pull it in. Good. Switch it. Get into it. Get into position. Get low. Internal drop. Come up. Glide. And I want you to hold on to it here. And look, just because I'm holding on to it, I don't just hold on to it. I find other places to be in it. Okay, go into it again. Flow through it. Drop. Come up. Let's go. Find new places. Yep. Ready? Again. Drop. Come up. Hold on to it. Make any adjustments you need to. Yep. Hug. Lift the toes. Pull it in. Let's add on. Arms out. Try to keep your legs straight. Internal rotation, just shoulders. Now unzip and pull the butt to the back wall. Good. Now check in with your knees. Can you wiggle them? You have to be able to wiggle them. They can't be locked. Now spin it into your elbows. Butt goes up. Chest goes down. Now spin it into your wrist, your thumbs. Good. Now you're not just going to lift up. You're going to use your shoulders. External rotation starts to bring your gaze forward. External rotation lifts your chest up. Turn your palms to the sky, zip up, and reach up. And then bring it down. Woo! Heels in, toes out. Let's go. Bounce it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold 1. Come up. Bring it in. Heels in, toes out. Let's bounce. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold 1. Zip. Bring it in. Yes. Reach all the way out and up. Good. Push out and down. Ready. This arm. Side bend flow. Go. Here's 8. Make it feel good. 7, 6. Weight forward in the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2. Here is 1. Pause. Go into that hip hinge. So remember, I'm going to turn to the side. You stay facing forward. The hip hinge, you got to go up with the butt, down with the chest, back, hip, butt, forward, chest. You get low that way. Come up, zip. Unzip. Butt up, chest down. Get low. And then come up, zip. It's, you know why, how I can get deep now again? Because I get out of my way. I get my whole body pulling in all different directions so that it creates space for movement. Effortless movement. Zip at the top. Unzip. Right here. Zip at the top. Unzip. Yep. You got to move all parts of you to get deeper into some of these shapes. Do it 2 more times. Let's go. Nice. Zip it up. Good. You're going to need this zip. It's coming up next. Ready? Hip hinge. Hold. Slide. Good. Bring it in. Good. Lift it up. Wrap it around. Pause. Butt back. Butt back. Good. Now squeeze your inner thighs and move this outer foot in from the inner thighs. And as you do that, wrap this arm under. Pause. Don't lift the elbows. Instead, squeeze the inner thighs and lift the center of the chest. And zip up at the top. Now hold. Work the wobble. Good. Now unzip slow. Butt up, chest down. Get low. Unravel. I want you to hold out in space right here. Work the wobble. Now get control of the wobble and go into an airplane pose. Reach back into it. Collarbones long. Chest down, hips high. Yes. Use your abs. Work the wobble. Bring it back in. Tap. Lateral step. Come down. Get low. Stand. I'll let you shake it out. It's a lot of work, AgeDEFY. It's a lot of work to learn how to move young. It's a lot of work. You should feel your heart rate up a little bit, your muscles, your feet, everything. Have a deeper mind-body connection. Catch your breath for a moment. We're going to do this side. Let's spiral. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is our last song. You ready? Let's go back. Yep. Let's go. Stay low. Pull it up. Good. Wrap it. Hold. Butt back more. Squeeze your inner thighs. It's this arm. Squeeze your inner thighs. And as the ankles come together, the arm goes under. Hold. Don't lift your elbows. Move your whole body. Put it together. Big toe. Zip up. Lift the chest. Hold your line. Hinge, unzip, butt up, chest down. Okay, work the wobble. You learn it in movement to live it in life. Yup. Stay. Then go. Fly. Strength train. Move your body like you're moving through lava. Yes, or that you are lava. Feel it. Come in. Use your abs. Hit your mark. Open up. Get low. Yes. Come up. Shake it out. Woo. Spiral. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Reach out and up. Push out and down. A big scapular rotation. Space between. Final flow. Putting it all together. Take it out wide. Get ready. 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Center. Final performance. Have fun. Switch. We trained for this. Switch. Let's go. Switch. Switch to the center. Arms out like T. Let the shoulders move you. Let the hip hinge move you. Internal rotation, fold. External rotation, rise. Palms up, reach up. Push out. Heels in, toes out. Come up. Heels in, toes out. Come up. Standing meditation. A. Put your mind in your body and feel that beat. That energy inside. Stand tall. Rising into the center of the chest, lengthening out through the collarbones. We end in 3 Ue flows. Open your eyes, reach out and up. Tap the backs of your hands. Push your walls away as you flip your palms. Slide them down the walls. Go into a scapular rotation. Go into a hip hinge push. Push your palms forward to the screen. Push your hips to the back wall. Come back to stand. Push your arms back. Reach forward and up, releve. It's called a hip hinge throw. You land in hip hinge and you throw your arms back. Come back to your center. Yes, here we go. 2 of those. Reach out and up. Push out and down. Scapular rotation. Good. That hip hinge push. Good. Pull it back. Releve. Hip hinge throw. Nice. Come up. Let's do it one more time. Let's go. Reach out and up. Push out and down. Yep. Here we go. Scapular rotation. Hip hinge push. Push it away. Good. Pull it back. Are you ready? Releve. This time when we hip hinge throw, we say oué. It's that space between. It's the working of the wobble on and off the mat. I say it. We all say it. Oué. Thank you, guys. Whoever is here with me, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next week for week 4.